Ladies and gentlemen, adjust your headphones.
Welcome to the You Should Know podcast. News from the antagonist shoes. You are joined by me, Junior Mbiri, your co-host, and I'll pass over to Michael Akadiri. How are you? How are things going?
Yeah, man. I said last week it's getting hot, and it stayed hot. It stayed hot. Yeah, British summertime. We're here. Boy, I want to know where that term comes from. I know it probably doesn't come from a good place, but I'm quite interested where the term comes from. But
yeah, I think it's a redneck term.
A redneck, well, the southern states of America.
Yeah, I think it's one of those terms where they work all day, go and buy their beer and start knocking their wives around. That's what.
Terrible. Them man are terrible. The South is mad. The South has done a lot of evil. They've done a lot of evil.
It is, yeah. It's a very insular community over there in the States. I want to go one day just to see what it's like, but.
Well, you want to go to the 1800s? Like, what is it?
No, to the States, not to the South. Like, well, to be fair, I've been in Florida, but that don't really count. I'm talking like New Orleans and Texas. See what it's like there. Yeah,
I've been Texas. No, it's vibes. It's vibes.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see a Confederate flag in it, so it was all good.
Well, you're lucky. You must have been in the right neighborhood. The wrong turn. Is that a tree burning or
a tree burning trailer park? Finished
burning across for you. But yeah, it's Euros. It's Euros week, beginning of Euros.
Yes.
How you feeling about it?
Is
Nigeria going to win it? Or?
Nigeria, if they don't win it, then it's a problem. Nigeria should be competitive. They should be competitive. Yeah, most definitely. But
we'll see. You're still banned off Twitter. I hope you haven't been using it. I think I've seen Buhari. I've seen one.
Buhari.
I've seen one.
Maybe I'll retweet a little sign, but I'm trying to respect my president, innit? My president said I should be on it.
Yeah, so you shouldn't.
I'm not
between nothing, nowhere.
If Nigeria had any ambition, they would be in the Euros, and it shows their lack of ambition. Isn't it?
Well, they got Saka in there, so and there's a couple Alaba's in there as well.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a couple others. There's a couple other young.
Yeah, the diaspora is represented. It's the same thing with France, isn't it? They say they're winning everything because they colonized the best. So,
but it's just Africa versus the rest of Europe. Like when they play for them.
That's it. Britain, you start this colonization, and look what you're doing.
They're relying on their homegrown talent, innit? Homegrown talent. So
Sterling scored the goal, and last time I checked, he was Jamaican. But anyways, shout out Raheem Sterling got the winner.
Whatever. Well, anyway. Let's kick off with the Undercover Gems, where we bring you some weird and wonderful stories that you may have missed. So, Mike, I've got a tagline for you. Texas Republican asks if we can fix climate change with what?
Jeez, I know it's going to be there's going to reminisce Trump's saying with can you fix the body with ultraviolet light? It's going to be a lot of light.
It's COVID solutions.
It's COVID solution. This is going to be side with what? I was about to say, no. He's going to say... The thing is funny, I swear Trump said bring back coal. So why are these men trying to say they got solutions? It's either going to be something dumb like no cigarettes or even taking away fire.
Taking away fire from who? The cavemen.
The cavemen, yeah. So no could use fire, no could burn, no coal. Fits climate change. With more... It's going to be... I'm trying to think something stupid. That's the thing. All in my brain is logical solutions. But I know this is going to be so illogical. I know this is going to make no sense.
I'm surprised you didn't see this.
Nah. It didn't come up. It didn't come up on my on my tier. I've not really checked social media this week.
Good, Barry. You see,
Barry. I'm respecting you. I respect you. Where's my millions of naira? No, I'm going to say something dumb. I'm going to say he said that if we turn off Wi-Fi, then climate change will improve.
Yeah, no. What? That's just too sensible. That's too much of a sensible answer, right?
What did he say?
So there's this Texas Republican, he's a congressman, Louis Gohmert, right?
Yeah.
He was in this meeting, okay, with the forestry department in the US. They're in charge of looking after forests and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And basically, he asked, and this is a senior US government official,
Yeah.
He asked if they could change the moon's orbit around the Earth, to then move it away from the sun. So maybe that way it could be a solution for climate change. That was his solution. He said the forestry department, they actually called the service is called BLM, which is Bureau of Land Management.
Don't let people hear about that.
BLM.
Don't let the right hear about that.
He said, "Oh, the moon.
Planting trees is Marxist.
The moon's white. Bring it back." Dude said, I quote, he said, "We know there's been significant solar flare activity. So if there's anything the National Forest Service can do about changing the course of the moon's orbit or the Earth's orbit around the sun, is there anything we can do?" That's what this guy said.
But that's it. That's pure insanity. I sometimes think, like, I'm afraid of what people go through people's brains.
This guy's in charge. He's a wealthy man. He's a congressman. He's a congressman, right?
Work smarter, not harder. Because clearly I've been working too hard, and I'm not no congressman. And the thing is, it reminds me, there were people. The game at Wembley on Friday, England versus whoever they played,
Croatia.
The game they won. People were tweeting the BBC saying that there's shade on the pitch, saying to sort it out.
What do they want them to do?
BBC needs, because obviously they're showing the game, so the BBC
they're not even in charge of the images.
Are they in charge of the sun? That's the thing. But that's what people fix their fingers to tweet. So this is the problem. We have people that,
but they're not in. Listen, these are just people on Twitter. In their wife beater like you, just chatting rubbish, doing that. This is a US Congress. This is someone who's in charge of making policies. Policies. And he's even asking the forest industry, if they can move the moon. Not even NASA. He didn't even ask NASA. He's mad. He's mad. Some people say maybe he was being sarcastic, but they said that with Trump and the bleach. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. If you want, go back and watch it. Yeah, he's deadly serious. And the woman says in the interview, she like pauses for a couple of seconds, and she's like, "I'll go. We'll go and research that for you."
Oh my! They even pandered him. No, they should have.
Instead of saying, "No, you straight." Exactly. We can't change the orbit of the moon.
Exactly.
And even if they did, you don't even know the consequences. You don't know the consequences of what that's going to do. He has no idea. He just thinks it's a quick fix. He can go and have his beer, barbecue, and freedom after. I'm tired of this guy. Michael, what's your story?
My story is, so it's a 2-part question I'm doing this time. So I want you to guess the ethnicity of the man, and then I want you to also guess the sea animal he encounters. So X being the ethnicity, man encounters what sea animal whilst diving? So this man's diving. So it's a man. They're diving. They encounter a sea animal. So what ethnicity do you think this man is? 1 and 2. What animal do you think he bumps into whilst diving?
So he just encounters an animal. Where, I don't know. It could be, let's say, shark. That's the obvious one. He's obviously encountered a shark. Ethnicity, not even nationality. Okay.
Well, not nationality either or.
Okay. It's different,
No, we're not going to get into the subtleties of that.
Obviously, the genealogy of the guy I have to check.
The genealogy, yeah.
But anyway,
what's his phenotype?
I don't know. I don't know. I think the guy is, I don't know. I want to say black, but no, because I haven't got too much. I'm just going to say this guy is Jamaican. You say Jamaican man runs into a shark. That's what I'm going to say.
Jamaican man runs into
Caribbean,
a shark. So Caribbean man diving. Okay. That is what you're going for, and I'm pleased to tell you that is absolutely incorrect.
Oh Lord!
What we have is an all-American. I don't know what that means.
All-American.
All American. I don't know what that means.
Swagger. All American. Red and blue and white for his veins.
That's it. That is it. My man, he was diving. Some white American dude. He was diving at Cape Cod, which is off the coast of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And he was diving for lobster. So obviously, you guys that eat lobster, this man's trying to feed you. And then he was diving for lobster. Then he said he just went dark all of a sudden. Then he felt he was moving. And then, then he was there for like 30 seconds, was shook. And then he gets sort of chucked out back to sea level. So essentially what happened was he was diving and a whale swallowed him.
Right. Yeah. Oh, right. No, I passed this story. I don't know what happened though, but it said, man, I thought it was like a cartoon or something. It said the guy was in the stomach or the mouth of the whale.
The
lit a match to see where he was.
the little match underwater. What do you mean? You mean this is Sandy from SpongeBob?
You know them cartoons that are in the mouth of the whale. They let a match.
Yeah. No, I have a candle there. Come on.
And then they see the tongue thing. That's what I had. I didn't even open it. It sounded so stupid. What happened?
Yeah, he got swallowed. He got swallowed by a whale. So he said he was just there diving. He felt a bump. Then pitch black.
Is he sure?
Sure? Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. That's what everyone's saying.
It's fantasy. It's fantasy. The way I don't even think they even swallow like that because their teeth are designed so they filter out everything but krill, just small stuff. I don't know what weight it was. So, fam, this guy was watching Peter Pan or something like that.
Well, you think he was watching cartoons? And
he fell asleep and then dreamed it, and then that's it. This is how we got.
That's what people were saying. Like, obviously, he's a lobster man. I didn't know there was such a lobster man. I thought I had a fisherman, lobster man.
Yeah, cruller man. The cruller man, there's lobster man.
So he was trying to get the lobster for us, and then. Yeah, well, but then that's what everyone's said. Everyone's like, he must be talking breeze because he's in the hospital bed like this. Everyone's like, no, you're too happy for someone that got swallowed.
Yeah, it's like, what? They just spat him out.
Yeah, they spat him out the service.
Fam, he's gas ganging. He's gas ganging.
So, but yeah, that obviously, I don't know. People fishing for lobster, I don't know why. Anyway.
No, but he's making it sound like he was there with one harpoon. Not trying to squash all the lobsters, trying to catch them one by one. How do you end up in the water like that? Like what?
In the water, deep in. I don't know. You must be scuba diving.
He's lying, man. If you watch that speed seriously, they just grab the whole net and they just catch anything under the floor.
Nah, true.
So this guy's chatting rubbish, fam. I don't buy the story.
You don't buy the story. Maybe he's talking rubbish. I thought it was very, very peculiar that you're out against swallowed and you're living.
Interesting though. Very interesting story.
Yeah. Get the lobsters in. I'm going to move on to the next segment of the pod. This is the You Should Know Better segment. This is where one of us analyzes a news story from the week and the other has to consider that same news story from the antagonist's shoes and ask themselves, should they have known better? So this week, in big news primarily in the States, but it reverberates around the world, the Russian leader, Vladimir Putin. Obviously, Junior is very close to Vladimir Putin. We've discussed our Russian leader many a time on the pod.
He's a powerful man. He gets things done.
He's a powerful man. Yeah, last time I checked, he rides bears. But he gave an interview with
dogs.
NAB Russian Russian trained dog. They deserve a dose of Novichok for that one. That didn't make any sense. One dose. Was it NBC did an interview in Moscow. So these guys went out to Moscow. Obviously, the president ain't gonna come meet you like that.
No way.
Went to the Kremlin, as they colloquially call it, and they gave an hour interview, which is I think the first, at least American interview he's given for at least 3 years. And he talked about a lot of things. And there's a lot of things Vladimir Putin denied. He was asked about a series of hits that have been purported to be undertaken by his government, and he was denying. So, Junior, I'm going to put you in the shoes of Vladimir Putin, the leader,
well respected,
the Russian
leader of the world
Federation.
Yeah.
Okay. Formerly USRR or whatever they I don't know.
USSR.
Whatever they call it.
You know, like you stepped on attack.
So let me ask you the first question.
Go on.
Mr. Putin, are you a killer?
Listen, we've done this before, right?
Yeah.
They asked me in an interview. They accuse me of this. They accuse me all the time.
Yeah.
I go to Greg's. They ask me, am I a killer? I go to the shops. I was like, yeah, people just say what they want to say, innit?
So you're not sending out any hits. So Salisbury happened in the UK. There were
look, this is the problem, yeah. All the time they're saying it's me, I am poisoning people. They said I tried to kill Alexei Navalny.
Every time. That guy can't even get on a plane.
How can it be me? They're blaming me for Salisbury's Skripal. Like, how can it always be me? Maybe there's somebody else, you know? Maybe somebody else doesn't like the people that don't like me, you know? Has anyone ever thought about that? So I just don't understand where. I don't even have poison. We don't keep poison in this country. There's none.
No poison in Russia.
Zero. It's a big country. No poison. We just keep it like that. So I'm not sure where all this nonsense is coming from. You know, yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. Okay. No. Next question that must be answered by yourself. Why are you in charge for so long? Joe Biden's going to be the 5th president that's going to come and meet you. Why have you been in charge for so long? Why can't you not hand over power to someone else?
I did. In 2008.
Who did you hand over to?
Medvedev. As part of him. 2008. Listen, we have a constitution in Russia. I don't think you know this. You can only be a 2-term president.
2-term. Then why are you here for
because you can run again. Because you can run again. So Medvedev, he had it in 2008 for 4 years, and then I came back in 2012. That's the way it works. So I haven't been in power for all this time. People just want to say stuff. They always kind of playing.
So is Medvedev your puppet?
How long has the Queen been in power? You man ain't said nothing about the Queen. She's been there for billions of years. Nothing. I wasn't even president from 2008 to 2012. So there are elections in the country. People vote. It's simple.
People vote. Okay.
People go to the vote. They vote. They always vote for me. That's the option they choose.
That's the only option.
That's the option they choose.
The other guy tries to speak and then he gets poisoned.
Well, I don't know what he said, but you should be careful because some people don't like him. Okay, but there's no poison in Russia. There's no poison in Russia. Listen, there's no evidence. There's no proof. Okay,
it's just smoke.
The people who came to Salisbury, they're just Russian, just like me. That's the only link. That's the only link. Rubbish.
You could stop. You're just denying everything, but that's what Putin did. Yeah.
Listen. From his point of view, there's no proof. You know, they said I did cyber attacks. I don't even know how to operate Zoom. So how can I do the cyber? Rubbish. Rubbish.
So no election interference. Doesn't know anything about it.
Listen, again, there was people who interfered with elections. Some said Ukrainian, some say Russian. A lot of people say Russian, but where's the proof?
It's all the same to you, isn't it?
Where's the proof? Yeah, Crimea is Russian. Ukraine will soon be Russian. Belarus will also soon be Russian. It's fine.
They are mad. Apparently, Russians were big mad that Ukraine put Crimea on their national tops for the Euro 2020.
Oh, did they do that? So down.
Yeah, they put it there, and obviously,
but it's their land though. So
yeah, Russia was like, it's ours.
Teeth man. No, listen, I caught a bit of the interview. Obviously, it's obviously in light because he's going to meet with Joe Biden soon. So they're going to have that that conversation. Joe Biden's going to go a bit hard on him, and blah blah blah. But he was full of praise for Donald Trump as well. He was like, he was. I said he's talented.
That's how I know for sure. He definitely got this guy voted in. He definitely got him voted in. He definitely did it first.
I've never had anyone who called Donald Trump a talented man.
Apparently, he's got a book that he's writing that no publisher wants, but he said it's gonna be the books of all books. Trump.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
I swear that no one's the best.
No publisher.
I am the best. I was the greatest in the office. Nobody knows more about wedges than I do. You're rubbish.
2024 in it. We'll see if he comes back. Tries to make a
bin by then, fam. This guy's got bare cases. He's gonna be in bin by then.
So what have you got?
I've got a story that is linked to the Euros. I even got my French top on. I'm still waiting for my German one to come through. But anyway, Euros. Yeah. So it's about England fans, man. England fans, the small minority who still don't want to understand the message. So if you don't know, England fans have been booing the England players, or did in the game against Croatia, for taking the knee against racism at Wembley. Now, there's been this public discourse about, well, the knee represents this Marxist. Half of these people, I'm pretty sure, if you ask them to explain what Marxism mean, they won't have a clue. But anyway, that's their argument. It's a Marxist organization that wants to support BLM. What others are saying, obviously, they are doing this in order to support anti-racism movements. And the gesture is to do such. So it's not linked to any political organization or ideology. Still not enough for some fans, unfortunately. So it's been on the news. There's been a whole thing about it. Scotland and England are both happy to then take the knee in Wembley on Friday, I believe it is. And just to add something into the mix, on Monday last week, Downing Street appeared to support the right to boo against gestures. When I say support, it was primarily Priti Patel. She says people have the right to boo the gesture. I think, what did she call the gesture? She actually called it gesture politics, what the actual kneeling was. So this whole discourse, Tamara Rings weighed in. He said, look, Priti Patel, she's against us pretty much. And this woman's in power. What are we doing? What's she really doing? And so this whole discourse here. So Mike, since you've got the wife beater on, I can see that kind of Stella in the back as well. You tried to hide it, but I can see it half open.
I had to back it before I came on.
Half open, I can see it there. You spilled some on your vest. Look. You're now in the seat of, who were you last time? Was it Terry the Van Man?
Yeah.
You're him again. You're him again. Okay?
From Chelmsford,
I think it was Terry the Van Man. Yeah, you're from Chelmsford Ethics. Now you're quite vocal against the knee, against booing.
100%.
I mean, for booing. Why? What's your take? The boys already explained their piece. What's your problem with it?
The boys are working for Marxist organization.
So what? Sorry?
Marxist. Marxist.
Yeah. Do you know much about the Marxists?
Marxist. Yeah, they want to. It's all about defunding the police.
Right.
Defund the police.
In your area or where?
No, the funny thing is, these guys, when something goes wrong around their area, who they gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
That's the thing. Who they gonna call? You know, we know that Sadiq Khan's not handling anything. Sadiq Khan's letting the young people of London run a ruckus, and these guys want to defund the police. It's a bloody joke.
So, all right. But the boys have clearly said that. Look, that's not the reason why they're doing it. It's against anti-racism groups, and so do you not buy that? Do you not agree? You're not really interested.
BLM.
Bureau of Land Management.
Look, if you know what Black Lives Matter is an organisation, you know what I'm talking about. You know that they're siphoning off money, and their leaders are all buying up all mansions in America. You know, it's a political motivation. They want to destabilise democracy. And they want to bring in Marxism, and that's the problem. These footballers, they're getting it twisted.
Yeah, I think I saw, was it a quote from Karl Marx? He said yes, and his final plan was to make sure that footballers kneel. Do you agree with that?
Look, Karl Marx. He wants to destabilize society.
Still, he's dead. You know,
it doesn't matter. His truth lives on.
Or in his books.
Well, the ideology, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, okay, but the boys said that's not the reason why they're doing it.
When they say that, if you're gonna take a knee, that means you support Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter is an organisation which is Marxist that wants to defund the police.
It's like talking to a brick wall.
They want to defund the police.
Is that it?
Well, who are you gonna call? You know these young people going around stabbing each other. Sadiq Khan hasn't got a clue. He hasn't got a clue.
Let me see. Let me see who wrote these notes for you. Is it what's that guy's name?
Yeah.
Robson. Let me see your notebook.
Sadiq Khan, not a clue. He doesn't know what's going on.
Right. So your argument. All right. So your argument is BLM, Sadiq Khan. Yeah. Sadiq Khan,
not a clue.
Marxist mansion in rotation. Those are your arguments. Doesn't matter what I say. Is what you're gonna say.
Look, do you know what taking the knee stands for?
You need to finish the rest of your Stella because this This is nonsense. I'm not accepting this argument at all.
Do you know
Terry, aka the Van Man Chelmsford.
But that's
this is nonsense.
Do you know what taking a knee stands for? That's it.
The boys have stated, that clearly it's against anti-racism organization groups.
Do the boys think Black Lives Matter?
Do you think Black Lives Matter?
No, that's not the point. Do the boys think?
He said no. It's enough. It's enough.
What? Do the boys think Black Lives Matter? Of
course they do.
Yeah, so they support a Marxist organization. That's
no.
That's trying to destabilize.
There's a difference between people mattering and an organization. You can't see the difference, can you, there, Tony?
It's an organization. Even if you can't come on here, because
it's enough. We're going in circles. We're talking to a brick wall, these guys. I swear to God.
Like, that is it. They literally pick up on something, and then you literally have to go in circles with them, because they all say Black Lives Matter. Like, it's not the same. No, but do they say Black Lives Matter? Yes. So it's Black Lives Matter is an organization, and you literally just go like this.
It's so pointless. I think a lot of them just want to do what they want to do. 100%. They want to boo it because they just feel like it's something that doesn't sit right with them. It's about change, not really about change. They've heard about all this woke culture and stuff like that. That's what it is. Because I'd understand if they were still in this, we're not sure what it means. English national team came out and said what it stood for. Scottish national team came out and said what it stood for. And they still booed. I was like, forget it. Yeah, at this point, forget it. I'm glad that, it shouldn't be a situation where people are cheering to drown out the people are booing, but it's better than
it's better than that. And some people will just be negative for the sake of being negative, and some people will be obtuse and will be deliberately difficult because they have a right. They can choose that right to be, and it doesn't help when you got the Home Secretary coming out and saying what she says.
Just pandering, red meat politics.
Yeah, trust her to stir the pot a little bit when it comes to that. So, she's just angling to become a future prime minister. That's all that talk is anyway.
Boy, she's got Richie Sunak in the wing, boy.
Yeah.
Dude was serving meals at Nando's. He said, I'm getting this job by hook or by crook, fam. I'm getting this PM job.
Yeah, but
she's out there doing midnight
immigration raids. But she's doing all that. But some that dog whistle stuff, people love it.
Yeah, it's true.
And the people, they'll be like, wow, this Priti Patel, she really knows how to integrate, that's the problem. They'll
turn on her as soon as they find one thing. They'll hear that she ate a halal burger once and then that's it. It's all over for her. That's what these lot are like. She just stand a chance. Oh my goodness. Nonsense. But let's move on to the throwback segment.
Yeah. So, throwback segment. Obviously, this is where we look at something that's happened in the week beginning this week, which is week beginning the 14th of June. That's happened in yesteryear. So, Junior, I'm going to let you go first. What have you got this week?
I've got a magazine. Do you know what? Yeah, I think next week I'll try and do something that's Euro related. But anyway, I've got a magazine. June 16th, 1884. The first roller coaster opens in America in Coney Island. But imagine being the first person. They go, we're going to a fair. Okay, cool. There's this thing. All right, cool. It's called a roller coaster. You're like, what the hell? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, first time you're jumping, what's it like? Oblivion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Imagine if you just jumped on that. You've never seen what you jumped on. You're not going on that. You're not going. So they started them off easy. It was like a switch roll. The railway. Railway train. It was that, and it moved at like 6 miles an hour.
Some teacup sort of thing.
Yeah, but still, think about it. If you just for the first time you saw that, you'd be like, it was 2 miles an hour. But still, that must have been amazing. And now, obviously,
the safety must have not existed, boy. Health and safety. Yeah. If you died, you died.
No yellow stickers, nothing. No exit, nothing.
No height restrictions. Yeah. Anyone can jump on. Yeah, I know.
There's a bridge. Your head is gone.
It reminded me of them cartoons. You know when someone's on the road track and then there's a clear gap between the road, and then they're there. Then they just drop. Like Yeah, but that must have been crazy. It cost a nickel as well. So I mean, that must have been new entertainment. Like, of course. And shout out the sort of architect or the person behind that ingenuity. I actually wonder.
It was the brainchild of Lamarcus Thompson. Thomas. Yeah, Thompson, something like that. Yeah.
What, black, white guy?
Oh, come on, America, 1884.
No, because a lot of inventions were from black people.
But they weren't letting no black guy come and work like this, fam. Start building all these contraptions and stuff. They were not going to allow them to do that. I think these white people would have even jumped in it if they said a black man made it. I said, I do declare, I'm not going on that.
I do declare.
No chance.
All right, what have I got? I've got something a bit historical, and it's very poignant because a game that's going to be taking place very soon, or is actually taking place, is Germany versus France. And on the 14th of June 1940, this was the same day that German troops marched through Paris.
Hitler said, this is my best side. Take my photo in the Eiffel Tower.
I'm reading this week. Apparently, the Germans met no resistance in the capital. They declared an open town by the French military governor Gerald Herring, and French troops withdrew from Paris and to avoid total destruction of Paris. So they literally were like
they did that on purpose. They made it an open city on purpose. Basically, at this point in the war, they were flooding through. Like the Germans were flooding. Their man was still at the Maginot Line trying to defend the line that no one was there. These men were coming through from the north. So they went, listen, don't destroy Paris, right? Please don't destroy Paris. So it didn't. And conversely, when the Germans were pulling out, Hitler actually asked the general to blow up Paris, but he didn't do it. And so they never. So Paris is one of the only cities, like in Europe, that hasn't been touched, like World War II. That's why if you go to Paris, the roads are so crap. They're so really small, and there's the gutters, there's rats everywhere. It's terrible because they didn't blow it up and build it again.
They didn't start again.
Yeah, they meant to start again because every other city is all right. Go to Paris, it's a mess.
I wonder. I'm actually quite intrigued to see what parts of London were. So obviously, I know London got hit in the Blitz and stuff, but like what parts had to be like rebuilt and whatnot. But it just the thought of, and I've seen there's a photo that maybe we'll have to get up for this segment, but of like Hitler and his cronies in front of the Eiffel Tower, and it's just like they're literally posing like it's an IG picture.
Like, you man, come through.
Yeah, come through.
It's ours now.
Just chilling with the man them.
To represent, I don't know if I can get it up there.
Yeah,
come on.
Represent. Nah,
come on.
Yeah, you're conflicted. That's what that is. It's just literally, their man were flexing on Instagram in the 1940s. How can you go to your ops land and take photos in front of their monuments? Nasty.
Mad thing.
Nasty. But that was Adolf for you, man. Adolf, mad you.
Yeah, you don't mess around, boy.
He didn't literally went to your capital city. I'm sick. I feel sick right now. Man. But that's Adolf Hitler for you. But yeah, a little throwback. Add a bit of sort of feist for the game that's going on now.
I love it. It was a Euro one. I love that. Well done.
Yeah, man. There's real pain and hurt there. But yeah, that's been another episode of You Should Know Better. And obviously, enjoy your week, enjoy the weather, and don't do anything that's going to make us say you should know better. Take care, people.
Good night, bit.